Dustin Diamond, who is here in studio, played Screech and Saved by the Bell for many, many years.
Who gets a hernia by lifting a toilet seat? Come on.
Who knows? But it's great sketchy comedy, isn't it?
Well, the college years wasn't great. I actually apologize to most people for that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, the director, Jeff Melman, I had great respect for. He was the director of Night Court. Back when I was.
Was he?
Oh, yeah, Night Court.
How old are you?
26.
26? But dude, that show was on every day somewhere. You must be getting some nice checks.
Yeah, but it's like that. When we did the college years, the director came in and he told us three things. He said, well, me anyway. He said, don't do any goofy voices. Don't do the Screech voice, basically. Don't do any goofy looks or faces, and don't do the goofy walk. I'm like, don't be funny.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't do Screech is what you're saying.
Screech.
Yeah, don't act. So, that was iffy. But what you said is true. 106 countries.
And the thing is,
wild.
yesterday when we had you on, we found out we were going to have you on. I said to Todd, our producer, I said, get a clip from Saved by the Bell. He's like, where do I get? I said, dude, any hour, any given hour, it's on. And
16
sure enough,
times a week.
Yeah.
But the residual checks have gone down to like a quarter.
Oh, they have.
A nickel,
How many years was the run for that show?
10.
Wow.
I was a fetus when I started. Come on,
That's but
10-year run.
10 years. That's
It's a long-
phenomenal.
it's a long time to be
That's
Screech.
phenomenal.
It is a long time, but you know what? You don't hide from it though. Like people who have made a name for themselves in a role similar to that, they're like,
Right.
Don't bring it up. When did the show end? When did the original run?
November of '98 is when we finished all Saved by the Bell.
So a lot of those people are probably 21 now anyway, that were watching Screech in the 90s.
Right.
So where is your head? I'm still trying to figure where you are with like your comfort level with Screech, because you obviously talk about the show, but yet we were kind of asked, hey, don't play Saved by the Bell when he comes on. He's not comfortable hearing Saved by the Bell.
Well, it's not that I'm not comfortable.
The
it's just
theme. I mean, what's going on?
It's just we don't we don't want to push the show too much. I don't mind talking about it and talk about it in my act, of course. I don't shy away from it. It's just I don't want people, like I said, to get the idea that it's going to be a clean, squeaky Saturday morning show.
Well, there are other things associated with you. What was the rumor forever with the Beastie Boys?
That he's my brother, Mike D.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Yeah,
that's an old one.
Where does that stuff start,
That was idiotic.
I just admit to all of them. I just admit it. Neil Diamond's my dad. I died by a heroin overdose and was found in a shack or whatever.
Diamond is your dad.
Well, that's I'm thinking about like celebrity boxing. Did you guys see that?
You beat the crap out of Horseshack.
Wait. A little pipsqueak like most people would expect. I mean, on TV, I'm only that big.
But this solid 6-footer is a martial arts buff. He's been sparring in gyms longer than he's been identified with the character Screech.
I'm equally strong with both hands. My jab hand will never be my weaker hand. My jab. After the 3 rounds are done with me, I'm sure I won't be welcomed back, and I can guarantee he will not be saved by the bell. We
got
have
the pun in.
Yeah, but you know how it works. It's all showbiz. We gotta pump it up because they want 17 million viewers.
Yeah.
Hey, and I write shows for Fox. I want to keep them employed.
What shows do you write?
I write a lot of reality shows, and you know what's funny is I hate reality shows. I didn't like celebrity boxing. I turned them down like 6 times. But on the other hand, show business. It's
the business part.
Yeah. See, I didn't want to burn bridges with them. Tell them to take a hike and screw off. So I was like, look, my manager came back he's like, look. They keep upping the peanuts, and the prices little by little. I said, all right, tell them I want $750,000 and 2 appearances on Mad TV. And they faxed over a contract.
You made $750 for celebrity boxing.
For $750, I'll punch my grandma. You know what I mean?
I thought it was like $20,000.
There was someone who came out and said that was preposterous. That was completely not the offer. An executive who was unnamed at Fox said there was no way he got that kind of money. Did you? Have you seen that yet?
No.
About you with celebrity boxing and $750,000
for what? Who,
saying that it was some interview or article with somebody saying that, what was it?
They didn't want to admit it?
Yeah, and they said that it was not true.
Well, I don't care.
Let him say it.
What do I care?
No, you don't care. I'm just saying, I don't know why they would have come out with that, but $750 is a lot to go in and beat up Horseshack.
I had no idea that was the kind of money.
Well, here's the other thing, too, is that they can deny it all they want, but I never said I made that. I just said that they faxed over a contract, and that's my loophole out of it.
Well, did you make that?
Well, hey, the IRS listens to your show too. No. Yeah.
Dustin Diamond is here. If you're just tuning in, do you keep in touch with any of your peers from your show?
No, but then again, I don't get to the unemployment office that much.
Oh.
Hey, come see me tonight. Yeah.
Wait. Tiffany Amber Thiessen had a good thing going there.
Oh yeah, I'm just playing. I mean, but see, people don't realize. Okay, Tiffany didn't get those jobs because of talent. But let's put it this way: she was dating Brian Austin Green laying the groundwork down to get on 90210.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was in the late days of Saved by the Bell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, she was laying that groundwork right away.
So she was a player.
Oh, yeah.
She was a manipulator.
Oh, business.
When the show ended, like, were you doing stand-up comedy while the show was going on, or after the show ended, did you say, okay, I gotta, how am I gonna keep my hand in show business here? I mean,
well, it's not keep my hand. I still do films and stuff. I just knew that I needed. It was such a long run. It's a double-edged sword. It's like you gain fame from that, but also people don't like change and they want to put you in that category forever. And I'm proud of my work that I did, but.
You don't seem to hide from it, though, which is good. You don't seem to have an attitude about it, really. I mean, I haven't noticed that.
No, I'm not really.
Yeah.
It just,
It's like, whatever. I was Screech, yeah.
It didn't mess you up either. We haven't seen you on the True Hollywood Story.
Yeah.
I haven't robbed any liquor stores or banks, but I'm young. Give me time. I mean, don't count me out.
What about
right. His 20s
Mark
are
Paul
cool.
Gosselaar? What's his story?
Well, it took him like 7 years to get. It took him like three or 4 years to get Dead Man on Campus, and then that film was, and then it took him like another 3 or 4 years because it took like 7 total. Basically,
He's on what now?
NYPD Blue.
Yeah, NYPD Blue.
go.
Yeah.
And Mario, he's a talk show host.
You guys must have been too close of friends. I mean, did you just? You don't seem like you had a very good relationship with those people.
I didn't have a great relationship. I mean, I was the tag-along brother. I was 11 playing older,
Right.
and they were all like, when I was 11, they were like 15. So there was a 4-year difference. It was like, they were graduating high school, and I was just looking forward to get into high school. It's like,
So they treated you like the little brother?
Exactly. And because of the geeky character, and they were playing, they got absorbed with and I don't want to say like I'm a character actor, even though I see myself as that now. When I was 11, I was just having
You're
fun.
just a kid. He's like, I'll play this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't think about all these other things that are going to happen. But once you get the ball rolling, it's kind of hard to change the course. So you got to stick with it. It's like, okay, I'm an easy target because I was the geeky character. They're playing the heartthrobs, so they kind of really became like the characters and their real personalities kind of blended. It is really kind of the same.
Well,
whereas me, when I stop off the show, once they say cut, I'm not doing the voice anymore, or the walk, or the look.
Obviously, wherever you go, people come up to you and they'll say, they loved you on Saved by the Bell, and you're associated with it and all that. But what is something that you hate when they do it?
Well, there's not so much hate. It's just there's weird things that happen. Like people tend to have like this unified thing where guys will walk down the street. It's usually guys where they'll recognize me, and I don't know if they want to see if it's me without saying anything, or they don't want to admit that they watched it, but they'll walk past me or shout from across the room, Screech.
Like,
and
not
it's
even
just
looking
kind of
your way, like just to throw it out there.
And it's just little pet peeves because like I'm not a bitter person, but I'm kind of like, I like guys like Henry Rollins and guys that speak their minds and don't cut corners, and and it's. So sometimes I can seem kind of harsh, but it's not a bitter thing. It's just that sometimes people can be just stupid,
They could be mean too,
Yeah. Sometimes people are unfriendly, but I mean, even just like guys will say, "Do the voice." Well,
I was going to say,
it's like, or like, what? I'm in a movie theater. What are you doing here?
You know what, dude?
I'm
it comes
bowling.
with the territory, though. It's a form of jealousy. These people that are looking at you going, you know what? That bastard, he had 10 years of sitcom, good money.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of, it's like indirect jealousy.
Yeah, and it's like one of those double-edged swords. It doesn't really upset me because I expect it, but it's it's like stupid questions. My patience for stupidity kind of gets thin sometimes.
Would you get back on TV if you were offered a role?
Yeah, well, I've been
like in a sitcom.
Yeah, well, I've been picking my roles carefully. I did the movie Made with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau,
which is hilarious.
I got nominated for best cameo in a film, and I got beat out in the MTV Movie Awards. I got beat out by Snoop Dogg.
Oh, for which one of his cameos?
Oh, I don't know, like Baby Boy or something.
There's a million of them, but Made was great.
Or that one where he's in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like.
Oh, he was good in that.
One of those he beat me out for. And then I got I did a film with Pauly Shore, which it may or may not be coming out. I've heard.
He told us about that. Is that the one about the child star thing or the?
No. That's a film with David Spade called Dickie Roberts. I co-starred with David Spade.
But
That'll
Pauly,
be out.
It's a thing Pauly's doing, right? It's like his own thing.
Yeah, he talked to us about that.
Yeah, You'll Never Wheeze in This Town Again.
That's what
that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I don't even, honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be in the final cut if it does air, because I showed up at his house and it was like deferred pay. So,
hey, dude, can you do this? And then we'll
pay you if the film makes money, and they hide all the profits.
Look at Keanu Reeves, $200 million deferred pay.
But there's Pauly Shore,
I'm saying, I think that we're looking at another Matrix here.
But the thing is that I did it because there were big names in it. I mean, he's got like Chris Rock and Ben Stiller. He's got like some pretty big names. So I'm like, this will be good in versatility. I show up at the house and in LA, I'm doing for like 1 till 6 in the morning.
At his house.
Yeah, I'm there for like 5 hours, and this is like the filming time. I showed up a couple hours early for learning the script and everything else, and he wanted me to be Screech in a dream, and it's like, I don't want, even if it's funny, I'll do it, and if it's like comedic, like the Saturday Night Live thing with Tobey Maguire, he did me, and I was like, dude, that's so great. It was funny, it was humbling, it was like that was cool, but constantly just doing Screech, it's like I want to do other stuff, It's like I just have a desire and a hunger for other versatile roles. Obviously, I don't crack the voice and do the face, but David Spade's film is going to be funny. I don't want to give anything away.
So when you showed up on the set and he wanted you to do the Screech thing,
I said I didn't want to do it, and he got a little upset. He was like, "Well,
sure.
You want to do this out here? Come on, that's so dick, man." I'm like, "Hey, I'm doing this for free, basically.
Dude.
Come on."
Yeah, but I don't. When he asked you to be in the movie, like, didn't you ask him, "Okay, what do you want me to do?"
Well, he said you're going to play yourself. But then when I got down there, it said Screech in the script. I'm like, guys, I can't do that.
What's his pad like?
Weird. It's like, it's almost cool, but it's one of those houses in LA that the best way I can describe it, it's like there's $1 million houses out there, and then there's $100,000 houses that they charge $1 million for.
Right.
It's a nice pad, but it's not worth the kind of money. It's like you're paying only for view.
Oh,
He's got
crazy.
A great view.
You go into San Fernando Valley in houses that are maybe a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath house on a quarter acre, $1 million. It's insane.
Yeah, he doesn't even have any land. He's got a great view, but you're paying like $8 million for the view, and it's a 2-bedroom place. You know what I mean?
Your pad like?
I just had a house built in Wisconsin. Yeah. And
you're living in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute.
Beer and cheese.
How did you wind up in Wisconsin?
I met my lady out there, and she made
Where?
me move.
Congratulations.
Where? How did you meet?
She's a singer, and the band that she was with at the time, her band manager was my college agent for doing stand up.
Well,
that's how we met.
Do we know her band?
You're Pretty. It was she played around the country, but not enough.
Right.
Are you guys married?
Not yet.
So why wouldn't she move to L.A.?
I wanted to get out of L.A. I'm like one of the guys. I'm not a very Hollywood guy. I feel awkward in that crowd.
How did you end up in that crowd?
And you mean in Hollywood?
Yeah, like at that young of an age, how did you get in the circles? Were your parents pushing you to do it, or?
Sort of. I mean, they were supporting. I was just 11. When I got Saved by the Bell. I was 8 when I started in acting.
But you moved to L.A. specifically to try to act?
To be, yeah. It's kind of a long story. To make it short, Mary Grady was my original agent. Her son was Don Grady on My Three Sons. She came to Northern California. I was born in San Jose, and when I first started acting, went to San Francisco, and she came from L.A. To find 5 kids out of 5,000. So I had a 1 in 5,000 chance, basically, or 1 in 4,000. 996, to get selected. And she picked me. And the requirement was you got to move to Southern California. So we moved to Anaheim by Disneyland. So I was in Orange County. I was 45 minutes south of LA. And I lived all over Orange County. So I never lived in LA. And whenever I'd go there, it was like the trendy people with their fancy cars and the fancy. And I grew up in like East San Jose, which wasn't the most desirable neighborhood. So I wasn't one of these born with a silver spoon to a rich family of doctors and lawyers. I was like the belligerent uncle coming in, marrying into the family, y'all filming a TV show,
So LA was never home to you in the first place, so.
Yeah, it was just kind of strange. And I mean, I was groomed there, so I learned how to conduct myself and everything, but it's a weird thing. I don't fit in within the social circles of the high mucky muck, let's all be snobby crowd. But then why would you want to? I like hanging out with the guys, and it's like...
Well, there's not much of a muckety-muck scene in Wisconsin, I can tell you that.
No, but
you escape it
where
there.
in Wisconsin do you live?
I live on the east side, right in Milwaukee.
Right,
you
built a big house?
I got to ask you.
Well, yeah, it's 5-bedroom, but it's not all
it's nice.
bedrooms.
I got to ask you, I mean, because growing up in Chicago, I'm pretty familiar with Wisconsin. Doesn't Wisconsin kind of suck?
It's, when you're on the lake, the snow's not too bad. I mean, and the mosquitoes are, it's like the humidity is not that bad. Just got to be on the lake.
I mean, it's just cold.
You got any more Tiffany Amber stories? I'd love to talk about the lake in Wisconsin, but do you have any more good stuff there?
I'll tell you this. Elizabeth Berkley.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Showgirls.
Forgot about her.
Yeah.
Did you guys go out?
Yeah. No, but I'll tell you this. When we first started, we had adjoining dressing rooms. And the walls are really thin.
Kind of like a
at
dorm.
the studio.
Like you share like a bathroom in between them or something? Or
No, not like that. But you can hear the person talking on the phone.
Okay,
even
yeah.
if they're talking low. And we're going to be there for a whole season, a whole year. So I'm going to be, 26 weeks at least. I'm going to be taking down my stock photos, pictures of like fruit bowls and faces and stuff. Put up my own movie posters, make it more comfortable, my own personal room. I take down the poster on the adjoining wall of the painting, and there's a hole that's been drilled through the wall. I mean, it's been drilled. There's no sawdust or anything. This is professional work.
There is a circle right there on the wall.
A cone. It funnels down. And it looks right into where Elizabeth's going to be changing. And I've got a moral dilemma on my hands now. Do I call security and have them come plug up the hole? Do I plug up the hole, with a tissue paper or something? Do I put the painting back up and just ignore it? I sat on my couch for like a half hour looking at this wall. I figured, heck with it, let her look. I don't care. Give her a thrill.
Give her something to look at.
I have nothing to hide.
What a dilemma. What a dilemma.
Man, well, Dustin, it was nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in.
It's the Morning X. Yeah. The Morning X. Go, baby. Bonds, Leslie, and Jimmy.
The best of the Morning X. 99X.